family-friendly program guide, and meet the people making the news with our
And we're back with TSPN. We have Hazel Joyce. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Your hands are full.
Here.
And Lisa Peterson, how are you
Nice to
today?
see you, Richard.
And you two are representing the animal shelter.
Yes.
And we have a couple visitors today. And I already told you I'm not going to pick the kitty up.
Right.
With a blue coat, I'd be gone.
And long hair. It'd be upset.
So who do we have here at Upton?
This is, go ahead, Hazel.
This is Gizmo. Gizmo's a pretty, 5 years old, isn't it? Did we say 5 years old?
4 years old.
4 years old.
She's been at the shelter for quite a while. She's been here since July 1st.
Why is that? Because she's very well behaved. She's in front of lights and cameras here and a lot of activity, and she's taking it very well. Not scratching me, not biting me.
Yeah.
Let me
Not even getting
pet
hair
her.
on your jacket.
That's right. Let me pet her.
The day is young.
So she's only 5 years old. She should be very adoptable.
She should be. Unfortunately, this time of year we have lots of kitties, and kitties usually get first pick. Everybody wants a kitty.
Okay, everybody wants a little one.
Adult cats are a little harder to place, but you're right. She's a very pleasant cat, and should get along with. I'm not sure how she gets along with dogs. That may be another drawback, perhaps.
You know if she's house trained or not?
Well, cats almost always are.
Most
They'll
of them
go
are,
into
yeah.
litter
Okay.
box. Yeah, they learn that very early on in their lives from their moms usually.
No, she's got beautiful, like
she?
green eyes too.
Yes.
I don't know if the camera can pick those up, but they yellow and then they turn green.
And
really-
the coloring is very interesting too.
Really beautiful eyes.
So she's kind of a.
She's a big cat. She's a heavy cat. Her owner couldn't take care of her because she had a urinary tract infection, and that tends to be expensive. So
But she is.
Surrendered.
She's already neutered, right?
yes,
Yep.
all the cats.
I had to make sure I got that right.
Right.
Yep, and it's been treated for her urinary tract infection. She's all good to go.
Yeah, she's a very sweet cat.
Yeah.
All right. So
His name is it a her or he?
I think it's a he. It's a he.
His
Sorry.
name is
Oh, it's a he.
Sorry. Gizmo
It's a
sounds
he.
like a
So
girl's
he was-
name.
okay, so he is spayed then.
Right.
Is it neutered?
Neutered for male.
Neutered for male.
Spayed
Okay.
for girls.
Look at
Yeah.
that, looking right up. If
Yeah.
my dogs like cats, you'd be going home. Now, what is the adoption fee for cats?
Well, this week we're having a special because we're kind of high on dog, and our population's up for dogs and cats. It's $42 for a dog and $20 to adopt a cat.
That's pretty cheap.
That's
And
pretty cheap, as
now, does that cover everything? You don't
Everything.
you don't have to pay for the shots or the neutering or anything, right?
Correct,
It's all
and they'll
done?
be chipped. Kittens will only have had their first shot or whatever's age appropriate, so there's more shots. There's a series of shots for kittens.
So that's
But
an
an adult
advantage.
cat like this has had her yearly shot.
Big advantage. You don't have to
Big
take them back.
advantage,
It's a bargain of the century, really.
You
to
can't
get
beat
that
that,
in this-
yeah.
And look, this cat is so loving.
And
I'm
very
sure they'd make
mellow. Look at
a
this.
great
Yeah.
companion for a person.
Yeah.
We better
Yeah.
show you the little doggy down here.
I'm
so
gonna
All right.
take Gizmo away.
Or you could leave them both up and we could find
No,
out if
they
they get
will
born.
not let
No,
us.
you won't
We
do
know,
that.
we know the dog does well with the cat.
Okay, who do we have here?
This is Eddie.
Eddie?
Eddie is an older dog, 10 years old, and he's been with us for about a month. His owner passed away, and he needed
Wow.
to come and find a new home. He's very sweet, he's very gentle, likes to be a lap dog. We learned coming over here in the car.
And a lot of people like lap dogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
They ride around, you can see people all the time driving around and
Yeah.
the dogs are up on their
Not
laps.
safe, but they do it.
Yeah.
Aren't you pretty? See?
And he's obviously got all the shots and
Everything.
he's been neutered, I guess, in this case, right?
He probably was before he even came to the shelter, since he's 10 years old. But
About 10 years old, so Eddie should be around for another 5 to 10 years pretty easily, right?
Yeah, little dogs can live up 20 plus years.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the nice thing about this is that for an older person, you know, that he's gentle, he's
Mm-hmm.
not going to be hurting anybody, or he's not going to be rambunctious, he's just a sweet dog.
Probably behaves pretty well around kids too, I would imagine.
You know,
So,
I don't know.
We'd have to test that out.
Yeah.
And that's the nice thing about the animal shelter. People can actually go in and they can go into a social environment and figure all that out, right?
Absolutely. And they can even bring another dog if they have a dog at their house.
Or a cat.
That's a little harder. But we have a court in the back, and they can bring their dog, and they can introduce them to each other and see if it works out for them. So
I like his name too, Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie,
Eddie.
yeah.
What do you think, Eddie?
And he's not,
But he just wants to go
Yeah.
with Paul instead of living in the kennel.
Yeah, kind of a sad story because when an owner passes away, I'm sure Eddie and the owner were very
I'm
close.
sure that's.
Yeah.
So he needs somebody else to be close to. Look at that.
Yes, look at you.
He's looking for a lap.
Look at you. Look at that face. Isn't that wonderful? We
What-
have some really nice dogs, and there are some puppies coming up. They're not ready to be adopted yet, but we have several puppies.
What kind of mix is Eddie, do you think?
I would say certainly Chihuahua, something or other, yeah.
Chihuahua and something else with a little bit of meat to it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's,
Eddie could probably use to lose a
yeah,
pound or
he's,
two.
he's a little bit chubby.
He's a little bit of a Tootsie Roll, but
What about things like heartworms and things? Have they all been given pills or whatever they're given
well,
for
they
that?
certainly are tested for heartworm. Every
Okay.
dog that comes in is tested for heartworm because often we do get dogs with heartworm and they will be, if they can, they'll be treated for heartworm.
And one of the things you might be just interested to know is that some of our volunteers actually foster those dogs because they have to stay quiet and in one place, so that the volunteers will come and take them to their homes when they've been diagnosed with heartworm. And then they get well, and then they get a new home.
I think Eddie would do pretty well in just about any house.
Yes.
He's very calm in this environment, and you could just tell he's a little scared. He's looking for somebody's lap to sit on.
Yep.
Are you scared? Huh?
Right, Eddie? I think he likes you, Hazel.
Yeah, I think so too.
He likes cats.
Yep. Animal shelter hours again?
It is
10 to 2 from Tuesday through Saturday.
And 10, what did you say?
no.
No, that's not right.
It's 10 to 1.
10 to 1.
And
then 2 to
4:30.
4:30.
They're closed from 1 to 2, right?
Closed from 1 to 2, and we're closed on Sundays and Mondays.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is just call the shelter and you can get that information
Yeah,
too.
Sure.
Okay. All right, Eddie and
Gizmo.
Gizmo, thank you for being here. And if you want to adopt, just call the animal shelter.
Yes.
And with that, we have to go to a break. Thank you.
Thank you
ladies,
very much.
Lisa and Hazel.
Thank you.
And we're going to go to a break and be right back.
You're watching Amador County's local television network.